the star that fell upon the demon world 100 years ago. A figure stumbles forward, coughing. Cough. A massive demonic dragon looms over the figure. Its voice is ancient and booming. Dragon mortal, what is your wish? The figure pants heavily, struggling to stand. Pant. Dragon, what desire compelled you to seek me, the demonic dragon? The figure looks up, desperation in their eyes. World. My. Home. The dragon looks down with disdain. Dragon, is that all? A close-up on the dragon's eye, unimpressed. Dragon, what a petty desire to risk your life for. The dragon, reflecting on the encounter, speaks to itself. Dragon, though your wish is forfeit. Your path was set in the right direction. The dragon breathes heavily. Huff. The dragon continues to pant from the effort. Huff. The dragon gestures to its own chest. Dragon, the dimensional crystal, the power to return you to home. Rests in my heart. The dragon lets out a scoff. Scoff. The figure clenches their fists, a flash of anger breaking through their exhaustion. Have no idea how much pain I went through to find that. A montage of the figure fighting monsters, traversing wastelands. A century of struggle compressed into a single image. Struggled in this cesspool for a century. The figure slams a hand against the ground. Press. A close-up of their gritted teeth. A whole frigin century. The dragon's expression darkens, a decision made. Dragon, then I shall grant you mercy. The dragon roars, preparing to attack. Dragon, your pitiful life. A sudden, sharp sound cuts through the tension. Whurp. A beat of silence. Something has changed in the air. The dragon recoils, shocked. Dragon, what is this ominous light? The dragon looks down at the figure, who is now glowing. Grunt. The dragon watches in disbelief as the figure's wounds close up. Dragon, your wounds, thay mend. The dragon leans in, trying to understand. Dragon, is this the power of healing? The figure stands tall, the glow intensifying around them. They correct the dragon with fierce confidence. It is regeneration. The figure takes a step forward, a predatory gleam in their eye. A step, a close-up of the figure's face, smirking. Figure, now, are you going to take out your heart for me or should I rip it out of you? The dragon stares, utterly shocked. Dragon, you were just an ordinary warrior. The figure raises a hand, counting down with cold precision. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3. No dialogue. A silent panel showing the tension between the two. The figure lowers their hand, their patience gone. 1. The figure lunges forward with terrifying speed. Sorry, but I just wait any longer. A dynamic action panel. The figure moves to strike. A character card for the protagonist. Name Siu-min. Title Healer. Siu-min lands a devastating blow, interrupting the dragon. Siu-min, the hell UPPRED. Siu-min stands victorious, a portal or crystal in hand. They declare their goal. Siu-min, I'm going back to Earth. A final shot of Siu-min, determined, thinking of their destination. Siu-min, and to my home.
As he wake up, a quiet moment, a hand taps a surface. Tap. Siu-min, mumbling. Mem. A sudden, violent awakening. Siu-min jolts upright. Siu-min. Ah. Spring. A voice calls from nearby. A shadowy figure Pred. The dragon lingers in a reduced, perhaps humanoid, or parasitic form. Pred. Yo, freeloader, you there? Siu-min glares, irritable and exhausted. Siu-min. What is it, food? Make it quick. I need to finish vomiting in your entrails. Pred examines a device or crystal, speaking with mocking amusement. Pred. Good that this thing made it in one piece. Pred grins maliciously. Pred. Portal sickness, Hope you get digested in there, you dirty parasite. Pred gestures crudely. Pred. You sure you can handle that? The size of your dump will be legend. Siu-min cuts Pred off, looking nauseated. Siu-min. Shut it before I throw up. Scan. Siu-min looks around, uncertain. Siu-min. We're back on Earth, right? Pred gestures dismissively. Pred. Don't you recognize your own home? Siu-min frowns. Siu-min. Hey, Earth has so many different places. Pred. Hem. Siu-min concentrates, sensing the environment. Siu-min, of Mana. It feels similar to the one inside the gate. Siu-min looks at Pred. Siu-min. Maybe we're in it. Pred sniffs disdainfully. Pred. Food. You smell like a weakling. Shumin. Hameme. Pred realizes something. Alarmed. Pred. What the heck's happening? Wait. Don't tell me. Her. Pred sneers, disappointed. Pred. Has your power been fake all along? How disappointing. Sumin reacts with frustration. Sumin. This again. Pred. Again? Sumin explains. Their expression. Serious. Sumin. Side effect of dimensional travel. Sumin recalls. Sumin. A similar thing happened to me 100 years ago. My stats plummeted when I got transferred from Earth to there. Sumin assesses themselves. Sumin. My power is at about 15%. No, 20% of my usual. Pred is outraged. Pred, 20%? Seriously? You'd better get your power back before I leave. Sumin frowns, their expression dark. Frown. Sumin. It's not that simple. Sumin recalls the past with weariness. Sumin. I remember it took me decades to regain all of my power before. Pred panics. Pred. Decades? That's it. I'm finding me a new host. I should revoke our contract. Pred sneers. Pred. You won't be using my awesome abilities, much with your mana dried up like that. Sumin walks forward, determined. The hunter trails behind, awestruck. Sumin. Can still use some of them though. A distant, joyful shout echoes. Voice off panel. Ah-ya, aha. A final shot of the Tower of Tutorials looming ahead. Sumin's silhouette stands before it, small but unyielding. Sumin pants, alone now, anxiety creeping in. Sumin. This is the worst. I got separated from my colleagues because I ran without thinking. Pont. Sumin looks up, concerned. Sumin. I hope they're all okay. Anyway. A chaotic scene. Hunters flee from a monstrous orc. Hunter Yedin. Ah. Sai o. Nai. Hunter 2. Why is there an orc on a lower level? A hunter is cornered, crying for help. Hunter. Help. Tap. The hunter screams. Hunter. Trip. A silent panel. A shadow falls over the scene. Sumin appears, casual and unconcerned. Sumin. Hey there. Mind if I ask you something? The hunter stares in pure terror. Terror. Sumin leans in, asking plainly. Sumin. Is this Earth? The hunter stammers. Hunter. What? Hunter. Why yes? Sumin continues the interrogation. Sumin. We're in South Korea, right? The hunter nods frantically. Hunter. Huh. Why yep. That is. Correct. Sumin asks again. Sumin. What year is this? The hunter answers, still in shock. Hunter. 2037. The hunter's inner thoughts race. Hunter thought, did he just kill that orc in one hit? Sumin processes the information. Sumin, do 00T020, A. Sumin. Mema. Sumin counts on their fingers. Sumin. Let's see. I was teleported to another dimension in 2027. A realization dawns. Sumin. Which means 10 years have passed here, while I spent 100 years in the demon world. Sumin asks with sudden interest. And, Sumin, who's the current president? The hunter answers hesitantly. Hunter, Daezu, Choi. Sumin reacts with disbelief. Sumin, that one-eyed muscle chunk on 2 legs is a president now? The hunter stares, utterly confused. Hunter thought, who is this guy? Is he serious, or is he just role-playing? Sumin smirks bitterly. Sumin, that bastard. So he's climbed up all the way. Scoff. Sumin muzzes aloud. Sumin. Numbi, is Korea suffering from a severe shortage of capable hunters now? The hunter is bewildered. Oh, hunter? Hunter thought. Is he playing as a hero who traveled through time or something? Sumin notices something off. Sumin. By the way, I've noticed that the mana flow here is weird. Sumin looks around. Sumin. Are we inside the gate? The hunter blurts out. Hunter. We're inside the Tower of Tutorials. The hunter explains rapidly. If you had. Hunter. Yes. It's a tower that appeared out of the air a few years ago. Hunter. It serves as the first hurdle for aspiring hunters, because they need to pass it to awaken their abilities and gain skills. Hunter. Everyone aim to speedrun this place to get a high-ranking ability. Become good guilds here, people with higher ability ranks. Sumin shrugs, unimpressed. Sumin. Really? Back in my day, we didn't need to go through all this to awaken. The hunter clarifies. You, too. That only applies to the one-state generation hunters. Sumin stretches casually. Stretch. Sumin cuts to the point. Sumin. So what you're saying is, we have to clear this tower to get out, right? Sumin. How long does it usually take to exit this place? The hunter answers matter-of-factly. Hunter. About 8 weeks on average, and 6 if you're good. Hunter. The fastest record is 3 weeks by Jiwon Ryu, the Genius 2 ND generation hunter. Sumin spins a weapon idly. Spin. Sumin murmurs. Sumin. 3 weeks, huh? A subtle, ominous shift in the environment. Kutle. Siumin. Hamem. Siumin stomps the ground, alert. I. Stomp. Hunter? A massive monster Trolliger emerges. Hunter, terrified. Trolliger? Here? The hunter whispers in fear. Hunter. Should run. Siumin takes a step forward, unshaken. A. Step. Siumin speaks with quiet resolve. Siumin. 3 weeks. Is far too long. Siumin assesses their own condition. Siumin. But then again, my mana flow and movement are impaired as a side effect of dimensional travel. Pred's voice echoes mockingly. Pred. But we gotta run, Tam. Use you instead to run whenever you want a trolling tool. Siumin sighs. Siumin. Guess I have no choice but to take it slow. A distant scream. Hunter. K-ya-ah. Chaos erupts. The Trolliger rampages. Quimmer. Squid. A title card appears. A time estimate. Caption. 5 days. Siumin stands before the fallen Trolliger. Expression calm. Siumin. That should be enough. A new scene. A guild headquarters. A report is delivered. Guild officer. We've received a report that a group returned from the Tower of Tutorials. A silhouette is shown. Title. Sayunmin Guildmaster of Imperium. Guildmaster Sejunmin comments casually. Sejun. Are they the group that entered the tower 8 weeks ago? Not bad, I'd say. The officer hesitates. Officer. But one of them wasn't a starting member. Halt. The officer checks a registry. Officer. Is this person from a different class year? A. Pause. Officer. He's not in the entrant registry. Sejun's expression sharpens. Sejun. Additionally, he seems to be wreaking havoc. Slide. Surprised. Siumin looks back at someone following them perhaps. The hunter from the tower. Siumin. Brother? Siumin sighs, half amused. Siumin. You planning on following me forever? A crowd gathers outside the Tower of Tutorials. One hunter stares in disbelief. Hunter. Am I dreaming? Siumin stretches, flexing their hand as mana visibly pulses. Siumin stretches, flexing their hand as mana visibly pulses. Hunter. Off panel. How can someone clear the Tower of Tutorials in 5 days? Siumin smirks, feeling their strength return. Siumin. Wow, I can feel I'm recovering faster by fighting. Siumin. Feels like I've regained up to 25% strength. A system message appears before Siumin. The tower's interface glows. System. The tutorials have ended. System. Calculating attributes and analyzing skill affinity. The system glitches. Error messages flashing. System. Unable to compute. The tower's exit portal activates. System. Will now open. Siumin steps through the portal, taking in the outside world. Siumin. The hunter from the tower scrambles after Siumin. Hunter. Wait for me. Siumin looks up at the Seoul skyline, a complex expression on their face. Siumin. Finally, I've arrived in Seoul. A title card establishes the location. Caption. Outside the tutorials. The other side of the gate. A security team at the gate exit notices the commotion. Guard 1. What's with the commotion? A senior guard observes the situation with concern. Guard 2. The gate has just opened, but it seems something's not right. A guard scrolls through a registry. Guard 3. Are those two the ones? I remember seeing that Cutie Pie's name in the entrant register. A new figure arrives, Team 2 leader. He approaches the group. Team leader. What's going on here? A guard straightens up. Guard. Team 2 leader. Sir. The guard explains, pointing towards Siumin. Guard. The 2 hunters here exited the gate just now. The guard lowers their voice. Guard. But the issue is, that gentleman's name is not on the entrant register. A group of hunters whisper among themselves, eyeing Siumin suspiciously. Hunter A. There's no way that scrawny guy cleared the whole tower without taking apparent damage. Another hunter frowns, irritated. Hunter B. Also, why's he eyeing us with such a condescending look? A third. Hunter clenches a fist. Hunter C. Does he think his skill is better than ours or something? Team 2 leader steps forward, cracking his knuckles. Team leader. Out of my way. I'll handle this. The team leader confronts Siumin directly. Team leader. You there. Why's your name not on the register? Siumin replies flatly. Siumin. Because I didn't get in there through your entrance? The team leader bristles with anger. Team leader. Cut the crap. He jabs a finger at Siumin. Team leader. Everyone has to go through the entrance to get in there. Siumin remains unbothered. Siumin. But I didn't. The team leader's face reddens. Team leader. Now you're spewing even more crap. This is just great. Team leader. H.A. Pred's voice whispers, from wherever they now reside. Pred. Hey food. This one really seems to like crap. The team leader gets in Siumin's face. Team leader. Let me tell you something, noob. The team leader leans in aggressively. Team leader, what's with that look? You thinking of talking crap? Sumin's expression doesn't change. Team leader, again? Pred chimes in again. Pred, I don't think this guy likes crap. He loves it. The team leader draws a weapon or raises a fist. Team leader, spill it, he snarls. Team leader, unless you want me to beat the crap out of you. Sumin lets out a short, humorless laugh. Sumin, ha. Sumin's expression turns cold. Sumin, shut your mouth, it smells like crap. The team leader freezes, stunned. Team leader, what? What did you say? Sumin tilts their head, a dangerous glint in their eye. Sumin, so you want to beat the crap out of me, eh? Sumin steps forward, cracking their own knuckles. Sumin, welcome and get it. Sumin adds with a smirk. Sumin, keep your mouth shut though. It stinks like hell. The team leader's face contorts with rage. The team leader lunges. Team leader, you piece off. A blur of motion. Sumin has already moved. Sumin, you to keep it shut. Sumin delivers the final blow, or delivers the line with finality. Sumin, you mouth breather. A silent panel. The aftermath hangs in the air. A superior officer arrives on the scene, horrified. Superior, what on earth happened here? A guard stammers, pointing. Guard, the one who's been causing a commotion. The guard continues. Guard, had a fight with the security. The superior demands. Superior, where is he now? The guard swallows hard. Guard, gone. The superior's eyes narrow. Superior, is there detailed CCTV footage of him? A technician nods, pulling up footage. Technician, yes, we have this recording of the incident. The CCTV footage plays, showing Sumin's swift movements. The technician narrates, awed. Technician, he single-handedly defeated 5 hunters in a few seconds. The technician theorizes. Technician, seeing that he vanished in plain sight, I suspect that he's a hunter with a stealth. The superior cuts in, watching the footage closely. Superior, no. He rewinds or points at the screen. Superior, he just moved very swiftly. The technician blinks in confusion. Technician, pardon, sir. The superior stares at the screen. Recognition dawning. Superior, sigh. The superior's expression hardens with certainty. Superior, it's definitely him. He looks the same as he did 10 years ago. The superior Sijun Min gives a sharp order. Sijun, bounty on him, and tell all our guild members to track him. He leans in, voice urgent. Sijun, tell them to introduce themselves as members of Sijun Min's guild when they encounter him and bring him in. Now. The subordinate salutes nervously. Subordinate, why yes sir. Sijun dashes out of the room, urgency in every line of his body. A flashback or internal monologue. Sijun's thoughts race. And, Sijun thought, SIU, where have you been all this time? He considers possibilities. Sijun thought, were you kidnapped? Did you run? Probably not, because you would have come to me first if you were in Korea. Sijun grits his teeth, strategizing. Sijun thought, if that's the case, then where would you be next? Back to the gate exit area. A guild representative interviews the young hunter who followed Sumin. Recruiter, The recruiter questions her. Recruiter, you the one who completed the Tower of Tutorials? The young hunter nods eagerly. Hunter, yep, to be fair, that man carried me through the tutorials. She smiles, proud. Hunter, but I still awakened my ability. The recruiter nods thoughtfully. Recruiter, I see. He leans in. Recruiter, you must have obtained a good skill since you excited earlier than expected. The hunter rubs the back of her head, modest. Hunter, I'm not sure how good it is. She brightens. Hunter, but I did get an A-rank skill. The recruiter's eyes widen. He speaks to himself, or a colleague. Recruiter, an A-rank skill. She still needs to go through the final evaluation, but it wouldn't hurt to recruit her now. The recruiter extends an offer. Recruiter, if so, then why not work with us, Imperium? We'll try our best to meet your terms. The young hunter's eyes go wide with shock. Hunter, Imperium? A final shot of the Imperium Guild emblem, looming large. End. The young hunter's eyes sparkle with excitement. Hunter, for real? It would be such a great honor for me and my family. A familiar voice cuts in Sumin, having doubled back or still nearby. Sumin off panel. Imperium? More like a street gang, if you ask me. The Imperium recruiter whirls around, face dark with warning. Recruiter, watch my language if I were you. A new figure steps forward, a tall, composed man. He speaks coolly. Man, force Jin and Ru, on the night. You'll offend him if you think it will be easy. Careful with any words. The man smirks, looking down at the recruiter. Man, you're so delicate. A name card appears beside him. Title, Ji-Wan Ra US rank, Hunter Guildmaster of Gomgang. Another guildmaster arrives, a broad-shouldered man with a commanding presence. Song-il, I see Imperium has made the first move. I assume you're all here because the association called. Yes? His title appears. Title: Song-il Choi, S-rank Hunter, Guildmaster of White Lion. A third guildmaster, a woman with sharp eyes, watches the scene unfold. Woman, what a grand entrance. Looks like we're dealing with a feisty one. Song-il Choi addresses the group seriously. Song-il, whoever it is, we must find him as soon as possible. He gestures with authority. Song-il, only the awakened with high-ranking skills could do this, which means he will likely be a valuable asset to the guild. Song-il, I must admit, I want to recruit this man. A burst of laughter from Jihuan Ryu. Jihuan, Pova, then why don't we race to see who finds him first? Jihuan spreads his hands, a dangerous smile on his face. Jihuan, things may get a little rough, but finders keepers. How about it? A silent panel. The guildmasters exchange looks, the tension crackling. The female guildmaster speaks, her tone measured. Guildmaster, then let us search for him separately, she adds with a thin smile. Guildmaster, whoever finds him first, should notify others, so that they don't waste their time. The Imperium recruiter, having composed himself, turns back to the young hunter, and hands her a card. Recruiter, oh, and ma'am, here is my business card. He smiles professionally. Recruiter, do take your time, and think it through. Guilds will hire someone of your awakening rank in a heartbeat. The hunter accepts it, nodding. Hunter, fair enough. The hunter waves cheerfully as the recruiters depart. Hunter, contact you all soon. After they've left, the hunter mutters to herself, pocketing the card without intention of calling. Hunter thought, as if you would. A new location. Jihuan Ryu walks briskly through a corridor, his subordinate following. Yiwan, go well? He stops and issues an order. And, Jihuan, Jinsik, group the C ranks and D ranks from our guild into teams, and send them out. His eyes narrow. Jihuan, we've got to find someone. Jinsik looks up, confused. Jinsik, who exactly, sir? Jihuan Ryu's expression hardens into something cold and calculating. Jihuan, Sejunmin's family. A final silent panel, perhaps a search screen or a city view as the hunt for Su Min begins in earnest. A bustling street at night. SIU stands in front of a fried chicken shop, a greasy paper bag in his hand. Beside him, Pred hovers, looking disgusted. Pred complains about Siu returning home after 100 years, only to eat fried birds. Siu takes a bite and tells Pred to try it himself to understand why he sprinted there like a dog. Siu devours the chicken with manic intensity while Pred watches in horror, then awe, then desperate craving. Pred rants about the transcendent deliciousness and asks how Siu stayed sane in the demon world without such food. Siu tells him to shut up because he's refilling his humanity. Pred begs Siu to leave some leftovers for him. The scene shifts to a quiet residential street. Pred asks where they are going. Siu looks up at an apartment building and simply answers, home. Pred, is this your habitat? Yes. Siu stands in a modest apartment hallway, pulling out his keys. He unlocks the door, which creaks open. He steps inside, and an unseen voice welcomes him back. Inside the warm kitchen, SIU's mother sets a pot of stew on the table. She tells Siu he's home late, and must be hungry, then asks him to get his brother Sejun for dinner. Sejun runs past, excitedly announcing that dinner is doenjang stew. Sejun sits at the table, ready to eat, but his mother gently scolds him, and tells both kids to wash their hands. The scene dissolves to a dark, empty room. Siu lies on a simple bed, staring at the ceiling. Pred sits nearby. Siu's hand flops onto the empty side of the bed. He mutters that he can't remember their faces, and wonders what he expected. A montage of fragmented memories. Siu, healing a fallen comrade on an alien battlefield, facing down hordes of monsters, endless fighting under strange suns. Siu reflects that some call forgetfulness a blessing from the gods, but for him it is a curse. For 100 years, he fought to survive on a foreign planet. Amidst constant bloodshed, his senses dulled, his body stopped aging, and his consciousness wore thin. The montage continues. Siu recalls desperately clinging to memories of his brother and his disciples, terrified that his fading mind would erase parts of who he was. Back in the dark room, Siu explains that those memories became targets of obsession and regret, but they helped him keep himself together for a century. Pred observes that Siu's home feels empty and cold, even less comfortable than their place in the demon world. Siu pulls out the leftover fried chicken bag and jokes that at least the demon world doesn't have this freeloader or fried chicken. The next morning, sunlight fills the apartment. Siu dresses, looks at an address on a piece of paper, and announces he wasn't planning to stay long. He steps out, saying he will visit his disciples, and wonders what they have been doing for the past decade. Meanwhile, 3 thugs from Gang spot his picture on a phone and declare they have found him. Siu walks down a quiet alley. 3 men block his path. The leader, Hakmun Bayan, identifies himself as a C-rank hunter from Gang and accuses Siu of wrecking security at the tower exit. He complains they wasted an entire day looking for him. Bayan demands a response. Siu stares blankly. Bayan repeats that they are from Gang. Siu says he doesn't care what the gang is called and tells him to cut to the chase. Bayan angrily threatens to make Siu crawl like a roach. Siu mocks Bayan, suggesting he should walk on 4 legs instead of crawling since he already looks like a gorilla. Bayan snaps and declares he will teach Siu a lesson. A close-up of Bayan's enraged face as he screams, demanding to know who Siu called a gorilla. The fight is over in an instant. Bayan lies unconscious on the ground. Siu stands with his hands still in his pockets. One henchman marvels that Siu knocked Bayan out without even taking his hands out. The other nervously laughs and suggests giving Bayan another smack. A skill window appears before Siu. Quicksilver, rank C, which enhances the user's speed at least 2-fold. Siu asks the henchmen if they want to eat the skill. Siu finds it amusing that this is the first skill served to him on Earth. He takes a springy step, then launches into the air with supernatural grace, landing silently behind the 2 henchmen, who spin around in shock. Siu's fist drives into the first henchman's gut, doubling him over. Siu's open palm strikes the second henchman in the chest, sending him flying into a wall. The wall cracks from the impact, and the man slumps to the ground unconscious. Siu brushes off his shoulder. Pred examines the Quicksilver skill window with interest. Siu remarks that the skill works on Earth too, then comments that while it's great, it still doesn't taste as good as fried chicken. The scene shifts to a larger group of Gang members cornering Siu. They chatter nervously, urging each other to gang up on him. One member tells another to use the skill they just acquired. A thug named Ark leaps through the air towards Siu. Siu casually sidesteps the attack while holding a piece of fried chicken. He takes a bite, then delivers a powerful kick that sends Ark crashing into a stack of crates. A skill window for Quicksilver appears. Siu backfists another thug, who stumbles back in frustration. The remaining thugs turn and flee in a panic. Siu stands among the groaning bodies. He picks up a discarded knife and examines it. A skill window appears. Weak point strike, rank C+, which automatically attacks an enemy's weak point. Siu notes that the blade is chipped, and scolds that if someone is going to use a knife, they should at least grind it once in a while. Siu grabs the unconscious Bayan by the collar and starts dragging him away. One of the henchmen weakly calls out Siu's name in protest. 2 patrolmen arrive on the scene and shout for Siu to halt. Siu continues walking, dragging Bayan behind him. The patrolmen hesitate,